Hi, and welcome back to your next step. I am really happy to be able to introduce you to my friend and Camy, their product. So, welcome.
Thank you so much, Louise. It's really great to be here with you. We are so grateful to have met you and developed a relationship and to be collaborating with you and your lovely team.
That's brilliant. Hi, Nicole. So we met at Guess, right? You had to stand next to us, and we became best friends over the course of the 3 days.
Absolutely. When you're in the journey of serving in education, you make friends quickly with those that are.
Yeah, like-minded, right? I think our ethos and our ethics really aligned. Okay, so let's cut to the chase. Tell me about Camy. What does Camy do?
It's a digital learning platform and it serves in the education space from K to 12. So from your littlest learners all the way through to the end of high school and beyond. And we allow teachers to predominantly cut down on lengthy workflows, have very streamlined processes. We connect to the tools that teachers are already using, like Google Workspace or Microsoft for Education. And we give teachers seamless ways to make any resource interactive and to have the supports that students might need on those pages.
Okay, so talk me through that workflow process. Are you talking about registration of students? Are you talking about lesson planning? Are you talking about providing students resources? What does that workflow look like?
Great question. So the workflow of Camy is that a teacher can open up Camy and bring in any content. So this can be your curriculum resources, something from your drive, or even something from thousands of resources we have in our Camy library free for you to use. And there you immediately in Camy have tools that overlay and give you enormous interactivity. So for students, that means the empowering tools that for some are critical to help with literacy and reading and breaking down barriers to learning. So giving tools like voice typing and read aloud and AI translation for different components that they might need to decode in other languages. And for teachers, it looks like an easy way to assign work. So that resource now becomes part of an assessment workflow where teachers can have Camy ask questions and make those questions on the behalf of the teacher so that they can easily assign those to Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams, your LMS that we seamlessly integrate with. And thereby teachers really cut down on their workflow and have more chance to actually give quick, effective feedback with meaningful tools like a video comment, voice comment, and keep students involved with an active feedback loop.
Okay, so it doesn't replace our existing systems like Google Classroom. I know that's just one of the options there, but it complements that and supports with the front end, but also with the back end. So the creation and setting of tasks, but also the marking and assessment of tasks.
Absolutely. So it's right from PDF annotation, things like marking up and drawing and typing or voice typing, all the way through to that assessment workflow. Doesn't come along as a tool and say to teachers, right, what you have been doing, throw that out the window and now do everything differently, because we know that is really something that winds teachers up. But instead, it says, you know what? If you are using the Google Suite for Education, or you're using the Microsoft Suite, or you're even using Canva for designing, Camy comes alongside and has a seamless integration from those tools that gives you more flexibility and more control. So we have things like a very safe collaborative environment, which isn't possible without Camy, where students can work together, have a richer, deeper learning experience, but are in a respectful space where they can't actually delete or edit one another's work. And then we also have the ability for that assessment workflow to give you something more. So in your LMS, you'll now have a class view where you can see real time exactly what your students are doing as they're doing it, and either quickly give feedback with the Camy tools to one student, differentiated feedback or subtle feedback to a student without drawing attention to them. Or very easily in your template file, you can give feedback that you can push to all student copies. So it really gives you more within the tools you're already in.
I really love there what you were saying about safe space and collaboration for students. And then you were also beginning to talk about some of the tools which supports children who may have additional needs. So most children have some form of need. Not everybody requires text to speech or speech to text, but talk me through some of those tools which help diversity in the classroom.
Absolutely, Louise. So having spent some time in the UAE and getting to know the needs of teachers, we have super respect for the framework, the inspection framework, and how it drives excellence. And in that framework, obviously, inclusion and well-being are so important. And how Camy supports those framework pillars is that you are able to give the students what they need, but also to differentiate that. So as you're saying, some students, it's critical. They need the read aloud tool. For other students, you can easily turn that off. So we're one of the only tools that allows you to actually control the features per student body. So they are all able to tackle the same task and feel included, but they actually have the supports that they require to be successful.
Awesome. Okay, so now talk me through. So when I met you in Guess, you then said go and sign up and do the educator training. And so we all got these lovely little badges for those of us in the team that then went away and did the training. So some of the training is online, which makes it easier. So talk me through the Camy, because this says level 1, so I'm intrigued and how I get my level 2. And if there is a level 2, talk me through that training and onboarding process.
Awesome, absolutely. So I started the journey myself as well. When I discovered Camy, I was a teacher in a mathematics classroom and was using Camy just out of discovery myself, and I saw its impact. And you can easily tap into the journey of the Camy community, starting with the level 1, which is an asynchronous half-hour course that gives you the fundamentals. What's Camy about? How does it fit in with what I'm doing already? How does it help me support my students? How does it save me time? How does it really make the content I want to use easily engaging? I don't need to redo that content. I can just put it in Camy and immediately it's now an interactive platform for my students. And we do have the level 1, then we have a level 2, so you can absolutely move on. And then beyond that, we also have Camy Heroes and Camy Hero Trainers. Now, it is heartwarming to us that we have, when we are at conferences, teachers who travel to the booth to be with us and to of their own accord, share the impact that they've seen of Camy in their classroom spaces. We have a community of 45 million teachers and students, and they have shown the efficacy of Camy, and we also have done research projects that prove that, because of seeing this has made a radical difference to their students, because of knowing they could not be without Camy, because it saved them so much time and helped them have that joy of being able to give quick, effective feedback.
Okay, so this is a whole school process. It's not something that teachers can buy in isolation. It's a whole school platform and feeds into planning, feeds into literacy, feeds into, I guess, numeracy and all of the topics, all the different subjects, but then feeds into marking, assessment and process. So, and I think that's one of the reasons I loved it. So where is Camy based?
So actually our headquarters are in New Zealand. And it was founded in Auckland University by 4 incredible university students.
Amazing.
Who came up with a really great way to collaborate on student note-taking. And it grew from there because of the great need in education for tools that can actually help students and teachers. So that's what our headquarters are, but we're a global company. So we serve each country and region as purposefully as we can. And our training is free and unlimited, so you will get a personal interaction with myself or one in our team who will make sure that your teachers have what they need in the stages that they need it. And if you prefer micro learning or training asynchronously, we also have a whole YouTube channel and opportunities for self-paced learning too.
Amazing. So is there a free trial on offer?
Absolutely. So we understand that you only know something when you get in and try it. And so you have to really understand the value, and we want to support that. So you can reach out to us and you can absolutely get a pilot period where you and your students can really use the tools and see how much of an impact it has in your learning spaces. We welcome that, and we'd love you to reach out and get connected to the community.
And I think you have already onboarded some schools in the UAE, right?
Yes, absolutely. And we'd be really happy to connect you with others who can share their experiences too.
Awesome. That's great. Really appreciate your time. Everybody, the video here is on my webpage, and you are more than free to scroll through the information there, all of the links, Nicole's details and contact information for Camy. connect with them, have a free demonstration, have a free, like you say, trial period. And also you can do the training prior to doing that so that you have full knowledge and use of what they offer. I think this is, I saw it in action in Guess. I've also know one of the schools which you are in. I've spoken to their school teachers and their leaders, and I know the impact that it's having. So thank you very much for partnering with us. We really appreciate it. And if anybody wants to make contact, let Nicole know. If you want a personal introduction, then let me know and I will make that personal introduction for you as well. Thanks so much for your time, Nicole.
Bless you, Louise. Chat soon.
Take care. Bye bye.